Hello everyone, welcome to Apti Plus Academy for Civil Services. Hope all of you are doing well. This is a video on daily topic-wise news analysis where I'll be covering the news from two important sources, that is the Hindu and Indian Express. So let's get started with the topic first. So today is 7th of October. The first topic is smart test system. We'll discuss this in detail. The second is transforming the labor code. So there have been some new labor code which is there in the action. So we'll be discussing about the labor code as well. The third topic is Nobel Prize for the black hole. So especially students who are preparing for any other competitive examination also. So this Nobel Prizes section become very important. And the last topic is digital platform to track the vaccine supply. Apart from all this topic, at the end of this video, I'll be discussing the MCQs question as well. So do stay tuned till end of this video so that you practice some important questions, right? And those of you who have appeared for Civil Services Prelims Examination this year, which was held on 4th of October and is scoring somewhere close to 100, they should be rest assured that they'll be getting a call for the mains examination. So do not waste your time, just enroll yourself for the mains assessment program via our test series, which will definitely be a fruitful for you in the mains examination, right? So do check it out. The description has been provided in the video link. You can use some coupon codes to get the good discount. And those of you who are looking forward to appear for the Prelims 2021, for them also we are organizing a mock test series with good promotional discount. So for both the initiatives, the links have been provided in the description section. Do check it out and register yourself. Now moving to the news, the first topic is a smart test system. This has been reported in the Indian Express of the today's newspaper in the explained section. So smart is again very important when it's come to the prelims examination, science and technology. So this is under science and technology. For mains, it can be here and there important, right? Depending upon the questions. So what is SMART? SMART is a supersonic missile assisted release of Torpedo, right? So this was successfully conducted yesterday, that on Tuesday it was conducted. So India has successfully conducted the flight test of the SMART. And this was developed by the DRDO, the Defense Research and Development Organization. तो आपके लिए दो चीजें जाननी काफी जरूरी है कि which is the organization which has developed it, because in any examination they can ask you, and what is the full form of the torpedo, right? Basically SMART. So it's supersonic missile assisted release of torpedo system, right? Now get into the other details of it. What is a SMART system? Basically, a level ahead. So torpedoes, self-propelled weapons, can travel through the underwater and it can hit the target. If you see the submarines, the concept is like that only, but it goes more under deep. And they are limited by their range. So the range is particularly limited. And this system comprises of the mechanism by which torpedo is launched, okay, from a supersonic missile system. So supersonic missile system का use करते हैं with modification that would take torpedo so far as long range at its own, right? एक एग्जाम्पल के तौर पे मैं आपको बताना चाहूंगा. So torpedo with a range of few kilometers can be seen as a distance to the tune of 1000 kilometers. You can see the range 1000 kilometers is a long distance by the end of the missile system where torpedo is launched. So this distance is helped and assisted by the torpedo system. So this is what the SMART system is all about. Now coming to the what happened at the test. Yesterday the test that was conducted, उसमें क्या-क्या चीजें हुई. So first the test was conducted from the Wheeler Island in the Odisha coast. So this is again very important. You must know this because in any examination other than civil services, they can ask you this question. Even if you are appearing for any state PCS, they can ask you this question, right? Now, according to the DRDO, all missions objective were, some of the following objective were aligned and accordingly they have worked. So the first objective was the missile flight up the designated range and altitude. Now the second was separation of its nose cone, right? So when you launch a missile, there's a nose cone which is there. So that has to be separated. Now release of the torpedo and deployment of the velocity reduction mechanism, which made perfectly. And the last was that anti-submarine torpedo is lightweight category was used, right? So talking about the weight of it, so it was actually lightweight. So this statement can be very relevant for the UPSC prelims examination, right? So I'll be specifically telling you which point is very important, but it is equally important that you should note it. मैं जो आपको चीजें बता रहा हूँ, make a note of it so that at the end of the examination, before the examination, you could have a quick revision. Now, why test is significant, why this was done, and how it could be a significant for India. So, talking about the SMART, it is a game changer technology in demonstrating the anti-submarine warfare, because this would be boosting our security, specifically talking about the coastal securities, right? And Indian anti-submarine warfare capacity building is very crucial amid the China growing influence in the Indian Ocean region. Although China has influence in the South China Sea, so South China Sea के region में वहाँ पे भी उनकी influence काफ़ी ज़्यादा है. Now, boosting the navy, this would be boosting our Indian navy, and the anti-submarine warfare capacity got a boost in June itself after conclusion that there would be a contract of advanced torpedo decoy system known as MARICH, right? इसके बारे में भी हमने discuss किया था news में. Now, marriages are capable for being fired from the front line warship, right? So this is also something which has augmented the capabilities of the Indian Navy. Now, उसके अलावे India has been indigenous developing and building several anti-submarine vessels in the recent past. तो हमने बहुत सारी चीज़ों में इम्प्रूव की है, खास करके अगर बात करें इंडिजिनस लेवल पे. सो इंडिया इज डूइंग द लेवल बेस्ट एंड वी हैव ऑलरेडी मैच्ड सम ऑफ द ग्लोबल पैरामीटर्स इन डेवलपिंग आवर डिफेंस इक्विपमेंट्स, राइट? सो दिस वुड बी वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट फॉर यू. Now, coming to the other topic, this is again from the Indian Express. This is transforming the labor code, an article which has been reported by Sanjeev Bajaj. So this is very important when it's come to the labor code, because government is putting all its effort. So this would be very relevant for your general studies paper too. From prelims perspective, they can ask you about the any code, like they are coded. So the code accordingly can be asked in the government programs and policies from the prelims examination perspective. Now, as you have seen, the economic crisis because of the pandemic, and it has threatened the business sustainability, livelihood of the millions worker around the world. सिर्फ इंडिया में नहीं, पूरे विश्व में, globally it has impacted, right? And the situation demand for a job rich approach, ऐसी approach होनी चाहिए सारे सरकार की. स्पेसिफिकली इंडिया की बात करें जहाँ पे although 45 years से ज़्यादा, मतलब this is for the time like in the 45 years that employment ratio और अनएम्प्लॉयमेंट रेशियो आर वेरी हाई, राइट? तो उस टाइम पे भी कोविड-19 का जो डुअल इम्पैक्ट हुआ है वो हमारे अनएम्प्लॉयमेंट पे बहुत ही ज़्यादा हुआ है, राइट? सो बैक्ड बाय द स्ट्रॉन्गर एम्प्लॉयमेंट पॉलिसी इज़ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट एंड इंस्टीट्यूशन विद द बेटर रिसोर्सेज. तो गवर्नमेंट कोशिश ये कर रही है, नेशनल बोर्ड ऑफ एग्जामिनेशंस बनाए गए हैं, नेशनल रिक्रूटमेंट एजेंसी बनाई गई है, राइट? NRA का भी गठन किया गया सरकार की तरफ से. सो दिस इज समथिंग विच वुड बी augmenting the recruitment process and reducing the time of the examination. Let's see how this would be implemented, because government ने कहा है कि 2021 से it would be implementing with the National Recruitment Agency, right? So it is very important to have a comprehensive social protection and international cooperation. So in line with everything what government did, so they have a 3 labor code which was passed by the parliament after the year of the stakeholder consultation, and many old laws was transformed. So the reform was aimed to ensure the smooth working. ये ज़रूरी थी कि जो छोटे enterprises हैं या फिर जो business enterprises हैं उनके जो काम करने के तरीके हैं उनको बतला जाए. Health and safety of every worker should be truly the need of the hour, because it is very important that you provide social security and at the same time the health security should also be provided equally, right? Considering the fact that we already had a pandemic like COVID-19. Now, talking about the compliances burden which was there in India, and it already existed for a long time since independence, right? So most of the enterprises in India have a small, very small years in the terms of number and the employed comparison to the other country. जितने लोगों को यहाँ employment में रखी जाती है, hire and fire की आपको पता है एक policy जो कि corporate में चलती है. So that has been a long persistent in India, and the compliance burden on the establishment has been the roadblock during the creation of employment opportunities. इतने सारे compliances हैं, इतने rules हैं जो किसी firms को या companies को करनी पड़ती है, जिसके वजह से जो employment creation है वो कम होती जा रही है. Now, the Industrial Code 2020 addressed this matter, and what they did, they expanded the firm by increasing their threshold of enrichment, right? उन्होंने जो कहा कि जब 100 लोग होंगे तब आपको किसी अप्रूवल की जरूरत नहीं है. अगर आपके पास 300 से ज़्यादा एम्प्लॉयज़ होते हैं then you have to require the approval from the government, right? एंड इसी चीज को देखते हुए एक एग्जाम्पल के तौर पे मैंने चीजों को लिया, राजस्थान में क्या हुआ था. सो राजस्थान हैज एड्रेस्ड बाय इंक्रीजिंग द थ्रेशोल्ड ऑफ टेकिंग द प्रायर परमिशन फ्रॉम द गवर्नमेंट बिफोर द रीइंट्रेंचमेंट. सो व्हाट दे डिड दैट द रिफॉर्म हेल्प टू सेट अप द लार्ज ऑपरेशन इन राजस्थान, राइट. वहाँ पे मोर देन 100 एम्प्लॉयज जब थे तब इस तरह के अमेंडमेंट को फॉलो किया जाता था. और ये पॉलिसीज जो है सिर्फ राजस्थान में नहीं, इंडिया के और अलग 15 स्टेट्स में भी फॉलो किए जा रहे हैं. Now what next? What is important? So how the things would be working. So talking about the fixed term employment, it is also known as FTE. FTE की अगर बात करें तो intervention would enable the hiring employees directly instead through the contractor, which would ensure the flexibility. क्योंकि जब आप if you are hired through some multiple channels, the brokerage and the other stuffs are involved, it is very likely that you would be cheated, right? So to remove this, the contractors and other middlemen, so fixed term employment intervention is needed. Now the code on industrial relation also extend the benefit of gratuity even to the FTA contractor. जो fixed term employees के जो contract होंगे 1 साल के लिए भी, पहले ये 5 साल के लिए था कि अगर आप 5 साल की contract में रहते हो then only you are eligible for the gratuity benefit, but this has been reduced to 1 year, right? So this point is important for you. Now there is a strong need for strengthening the employment and the social protection system. It is very important कि जो भी लोग employed हैं, जो काम कर रहे हैं, they should be socially protected. And the inclusion of the gig and the platform worker. Gig are basically the worker who are working for a short span, like freelancer, right? So they are called the gig worker and they contribute a lot to the economy. So वहाँ पे इन लोगों की जो social security code है 2020, that would also help to strengthen the formal economy. Now talking about the female labor participation, it is very important. There should be a proper representation of the female in the labor force. Already we have a bill which is pending before the parliament कि 36% reservation होनी चाहिए महिलाओं को, but this is again pending. Let's see when government is going to pass this. So female labor force participation is a growth and therefore the participation rate indicates the potential, कितना potential है country में काम करने के लिए और to grow rapidly, right? And the new code, ये जो नई codes आई है, that will ensure कि employment of the women in the night shift for all types of work. So this is not something which would be restricted to them. It would be their prerogative. It would be their decision whether they want to continue in the night shift or not. Now, as of now, only call center. If you talk about the call center, that is the only sector where people used to work, right, in night. But mostly other sectors not, where women are not preferred to work in the night. So this is according to the will of the woman. If she wish to continue in night shift, it can be continued, right? Now way forward की अगर बात करें तो under the Industrial Relation Code 2020, a provision of 14-day notice period is important. If there is a strike, if there is any lockdown in the company from the worker side or from the employer side, so they have to give the 14-day before notice, and this aim to ensure कि उससे पहले चीजों को solve किया जा सकता है क्या. No, what happened? Suddenly people go on strike. अगर कोई यूनियन है बिना किसी एक दिन के नोटिस के, they start doing their protest from the next day onward. तो अगर 14 days का उनको प्रोटेस्ट का टाइम मिलेगा, if they give the prior notice, so a resolution can be provided. But इसके अलग negative consequences ये हैं कि जो भी management होगी वो अपने level पे they will start preparing if they get the prior notice. So it has a dual effect, some positive side, some negative side. And the code will also promote lifelong learning mechanism through the introduction of reskilling fund. तो इस बिल में रीस्किलिंग फंड के प्रोविजंस रखे गए हैं ताकि बाद में लोगों को लॉन्ग टर्म लर्निंग में भी इन्वॉल्व किया जा सके. Now the lifelong learning opportunity is provided to match the skill sets. जो skill sets necessary हैं, टेक्नोलॉजी अपग्रेड हो रही है, टेक्नोलॉजी चेंज हो रही है, सो अकॉर्डिंगली द ह्यूमन माइंड, द वर्किंग प्रोफेशनल हैज टू इक्विप्ड विद द टेक्नोलॉजी. तो उसके लिए ये सारी टेक्नोलॉजी, इस रीस्किलिंग फंड्स बनाई गई हैं. Now CII, Confederation of Indian जो इंडस्ट्रीज है, they believe that reform induced in the 3 labor codes. The first is the code on occupational health safety, second is social security code, and the last is international relation code. So these 3 are very important, which are again progressive in nature. Now the reform address 3 basic needs. What are the basic needs that they would be addressing? So the first is to revive the economy and to tackle the barrier and expansion of the firm. So this is something which would be very relevant and important. Now coming to the other news, that is the Nobel Prize for the black hole. So this is something which has been reported in the front page of the Hindu, and this is equally important for the people who are preparing for state PC or any other examination, right? So prelims के लिए ये चीजें important है. Now, 3 scientists have won the Nobel Prize for their work in the physics, and this research was regarding the most exotic phenomenon in the universe known as black hole. और ब्लैक होल के बारे में यूपीएससी ने ऑलरेडी कॉन्सेप्ट्स पे क्वेश्चन पूछे हुए भी हैं, सो दिस बिकम वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. तो मैं आपको तीनों साइंटिस्ट के नाम बता दूं. सो द फर्स्ट इज रोजर पेनरोज फ्रॉम द ब्रिटेन. He was also honored for showing the general theory of relativity leads to the formation of black holes. Now, the second scientist is Andrea Ghez. She is from US. She is the fourth woman to receive the prize in the physics, and the first into 1901 was provided. No, the Madame Curie. I'll tell you the other one. Now, the third is Reinhard Genzel. He's from Germany. So, Mr. Genzel and Mrs. Gens, they're jointly awarded for discovering the invisible, extremely heavy object governs the orbit star of the center of our galaxy. So, जब भी कोई नोबेल प्राइज दी जाती है तो कैटेगरी में दी जाती है किस चीज के लिए दिया गया. So, specifically it has been mentioned, but this is not that relevant for you. You have to just read out the name and it's which segment they have given, right? Now, talking about the first woman who has won the Nobel Prize was Madame Curie in 1903. Who was also the first person to receive the Nobel Prize when she won 1991 in chemistry prize, right? So she had a dual record of holding the Nobel Prize. Now, what is black hole? Talking about the black hole. So the term black hole was coined in 1960 by the American physicist known as John Archibald Willis. And the black hole is referred as a point, एक point है where the matter is so compressed, इतना ज़्यादा वो दबा हुआ था, इतना ज़्यादा compressed होता है, so that as to create the gravity field from which even the light cannot escape. Light भी उस चीज़ से नहीं बच सकती. I will show you the image. Now, the black hole were theorized by the Albert Einstein in 1950. So he was a person who first recognized and understand the concept. Now, the scientists have calculated that the black holes or the super dense object form in the heavy star collapse under the weight of their own gravity are the direct consequences of Einstein's general theory of relativity. So this point become very important for the prelims examination, right? Now, this is the image which you can see. This is the relativistic Z. This is singularity. This is the actual black hole. Now, this is the event horizon, and this is the acoustic disk. So you have to don't get into the detail. I just want to get you a clarity कि this is a picture. इस तरह से चीजें दिखती हैं. Now coming to the other topic, that is digital platform to track the vaccine supply. So government is on the preparationary mode because they already said that by first quarter of 2021 there would be vaccine which would be available in India. So this is important for your general studies paper 3, and in prelims examination it becomes equally important. So according to the Union Health Ministry, it said that it would be expecting that the COVID-19 vaccine supplies would be available from the next year, right? And a digital platform is being enhanced to track the real-time basis vaccine movement, right? So the procurement and everything is done, and that is aligned. The discussion is underway with the Russian vaccine, that is Sputnik 5. So this was the first vaccine to be reported that was developed by the Russia and the world, and they are undergoing some phase 3 trial because phase 3 trial को लेकर के काफी issues हुए थे. WHO ने भी इसको nod नहीं दिया था. Then they have again reinvented with the phase 3 trial. But India would be soon getting Sputnik 5 vaccines, right? And as per the Director General of ICMR, he has said that the studies have found that there is no benefit of the plasma therapy. Plasma therapy को लेकर के भी काफ़ी बातें कही गई थी कि this is helpful, but after sudden research it is found that plasma therapy is actually not working in the COVID-19 patients, right? Now, combined trials की अगर बात करें तो जो हमारी सिट्सको है, the Central Drug Standard Control Organization, this is the apex body which give the approval for the human trial. So they have asked the Dr. Reddy Laboratories to submit the revision protocol for conducting phase 2 and phase 3 human trials. So this is the basically pharmaceutical company, or you can say the laboratory that has been assigned to develop the Russian vaccine. विथ इंडिया साइड। तो इंडिया के साइड से डॉक्टर रेड्डी लेबोरेटरीज काम करेगी और रशिया की तरफ से जो स्पुतनिक 5 की जो टीम है, दे वुड बी कोलैबोरेटिंग इन डेवलपिंग द वैक्सीन इन इंडिया। Now, Dr. Reddy Laboratories has applied to the Drugs Controller General in the last week for the permission to conduct the phase 3 trial. So they are already aligned with the permission, and the laboratory has collaborated with the Russia Direct Investment Fund. So this is the organization, the institutional organization from the government side that is conducting the trial of the Sputnik 5 vaccine as well as their distribution. So Russian Direct Investment Fund RDIF would have the sole authority, and they would be coordinating with Dr. Reddy's laboratories, right? And upon the approval in India, RDIF shall supply Dr. Reddy's 100 million doses of the vaccine. So initially this is a very small number considering the fact we already have 135 crores population, and in that only 100 millions starting doses would be provided, but gradually India would be augmenting the productions. अभी डॉक्टर रेड्डी को दी गई है, बाद में और भी बहुत सारी कंपनीज हैं, सेरम इंस्टीट्यूट ऑफ इंडिया है, हमारे पास बहुत बड़ी बड़ी ऐसे लेबोरेटरीज हैं जिनको बाद में चीज़ों को दिया जाएगा, राइट। नाउ कमिंग टू द MCQs क्वेश्चन ऑफ द डे. So the first question is coming from Indian economy. With reference to green bond, consider the following statement. The capital raised from the fund can be used to fund green and brownfield projects. So this is the first statement. Now the second statement is that Central Bank of India is solely authorizing to issue the green bond. So there are two statements. This is statement 1 and this is statement 2, right? So you have to consider both the statement and let us know which among the following is the correct, right? So A, B, C or D. Whatever you feel is the correct answer, do let us know in the comment section down below. And if you have any additional information regarding the green bonds, that also you can share with us. Now coming to the second question, with reference to the Narendranath Datta, consider the following statement. He emerged as a preacher of New Hinduism, and he was a great humanist and used Ramakrishna mission for the humanitarian relief and social work, right? So you have to consider the personality and let us know the correct options. You can only write A, B, C, D as your answer in the comment section. And if you have any additional information that you want to share with us, you can write that as well in the comment section. So do participate, write your answer in the comment section down below. And if you are new to our channel, do not forget to subscribe Apti Plus Academy for Civil Services on YouTube. There are a lot of informative videos which will help you during the time of preparation. And if you like this video, do not forget to give a thumbs up. And if you have any other concern, do let us know. We'll be more than happy to assist you. For time being, I'm signing off. Wish you all the best. Stay home, stay safe. Thank you so much.